It's time now for County-Wide, a presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. You'll hear about the interesting issues and happenings that affect all our lives. Here's today's County-Wide.
Well, a good day, everybody. I'm Brad Miller. It is County-Wide, and we're happy to welcome via Zoom this morning, as so many of us have been doing now over the last couple of years, Matt Halldorson. Matt is new to Yavapai County and taking over the Cooperative Extension Office. So we'll say good morning, and first up, hello to Matt. Hi, Matt. How are you today?
Hey, I'm good, Brad. How you doing today?
Well, terrific, and congratulations on this position. Jeff Shalal retiring after many years at the Yavapai County Cooperative Extension Office has been a common guest on this show, and I'm already going to invite you to return with us maybe another time or two during the year. But today, we want to introduce you to Yavapai County and folks in northern Arizona. Let me just kind of start and get whatever you want to include about your background. How did you find your way to our neck of the woods?
Well, thanks, Brad. Yeah, actually, it's an interesting story because I have lived in Yavapai County previously. I went to high school at Prescott High School, graduated in class of 1997, and then went to Yavapai College and finished my 2 years there. And then graduated from Northern Arizona University, got a degree in botany, and graduated into kind of a challenging economic time, when we had that downfall in 2008. And so I ended up moving up to Washington State to go to graduate school up there, and finished up and worked in the Washington wine industry for about a decade. And when the opportunity arose to come back and serve the county, I was really excited about it. So I am just thrilled to be here now. Well,
that's interesting. Kind of a winding road. A local boy through Washington comes back and now at the head of the Yavapai County Cooperative Extension Office. So we say, welcome home. If you graduate from any school in Yavapai County, you're a homeboy. I don't care where you started your journey. So we're gonna do it that way. I got to tell you, one of the interesting things, just getting Pam Denny sent a very nice kind of introduction letter to media recently, a couple weeks ago, when you were announced as taken over after Jeff, and so many things kind of fall under your purview there, and just a couple of those. It says, as Extension Director, Matt supports 4-H youth development, the STEM program, family, consumer, and health sciences, which is like food safety, SNAP, all of those kinds of things. And I think so many of us have thought about the Extension Office and the chief there, yourself now, as, horticulture and ag issues. But boy, what a much bigger umbrella than I even realized.
Yeah. Cooperative Extension does a lot for our community, and again, I support those programs. I have great colleagues that actually really run those programs.
Sure.
Family and Consumer Health Sciences is led by Hope Wilson, and she has a really impressive team there. And 4-H Youth Development is led by Dr. Claire Oberst, and she also has a great team there. My background is in horticulture, and when I was up in Washington State, that's really how I learned about cooperative extension. And again, I really leaned on their extension specialists in horticulture, but cooperative extension does so much for our community. From when we're talking about family and consumer health sciences, we're talking about food safety and preservation. So that might be safely canning your food. They might do certified professional food manager classes and exams for the community, food safety resources for food establishments, food waste reduction programs, diabetes prevention programs, SNAP education programs, and even early childhood provider training and technical assistance programs. And Hope has some really great team members that help her out, such as Amy Novak with food safety and preservation, Giovanni Donaldson in the diabetes prevention program, and Marissa Enderle in the training and technical assistance for early childhood providers. So this is an amazing team that I've walked into. I'm so happy to be here. Talking about 4-H youth development, Yeah, that really revolves. A lot of people think of 4-H if you're familiar with it, and they don't even know that that's University Cooperative Extension and always has been. And a lot of people think about livestock, but there's so many other things that 4-H does. They have clubs for robotics and cooking, camping. We have a 4-H camp up on Mingus Mountain. It's really almost anything that you can imagine, and you just follow the kids' interests, and it really revolves around developing leadership, citizenship, and public speaking skills through these project activities that are always led by mentors and project leaders. We also do a lot of STEM education, right? So Stacy DeVoe does 1 hour educational school visits to all our local schools here in Yavapai County, and she educates in science, technology, engineering, and math, as STEM is. So that might be water resource education, agriculture literacy, so people know where their food comes from, engineering, or even astronomy. We've got a new program within 4-H that is more outreach based. We are writing a grant, or we've received a grant for a science van that's going to go to different places and outreach with collaborative programs such as the Highlands Center and the Heritage Park Zoo here in Prescott. So there's a lot going on in cooperative extension besides horticulture, but my primary focus is it's what I do. I'm a horticulturist by training, and I support that the Master Gardener program, which is a really key program here in Yavapai County, and it's in almost every county in the United States, frankly. A lot of folks have Master Gardener programs that's throughout cooperative extension in every state.
Sure. Yeah, it's interesting, and I'm glad you kind of started there with showing that, there's a lot of fingers that reach into a lot of different directions through cooperative extensions and some of the subsidiary programs that you described, and some of the folks that lead those, in some cases for quite a long time. I think just about anybody who lives in Yavapai County would agree that one of the major reasons we live here is because of the importance of the more rural lifestyle. I mean, even in the middle of in the middle of Prescott, you still feel like you're living kind of a rural, almost farm ranch lifestyle. I live in town. I've got chickens at the neighbors, and I think we enjoy that. I know that I do, and I think that as I talk to my neighbors, we appreciate that is welcome here, and that kind of lifestyle. You mentioned food preservation and those kinds of things. The farmers markets have always been around, but boy, have really kind of taken off, especially as COVID kind of came in and caused all the problems that it caused. Do you kind of oversee that? It just seems like the farmers markets have really exploded in the last, 5-6 years, even before COVID, but particularly since then.
No, I don't oversee the farmers market. That's its own entity in itself. It's a real jewel to our community. Obviously, there are farmers markets throughout the county. I'm most familiar with the Prescott Farmers Market because I live here in Prescott, but I know there's a Verde Valley and Sedona Farmers Market as well. But the Farmers Market sort of touches all of our programming here in cooperative extension, whether is that through nutritional education and SNAP education, or through the Master Gardeners. We always have an outreach stand at every week at the farmers garden, the farmers market, and furthermore, 4-H is involved with the farmers market as well, through some of their programs. So the farmers market is key, but we are not directly involved. Although even some of our employees, like I believe Amy Novak is the president of the farmers market. So it's all intertwined in the way that the Yavapai community is.
Sure, and it makes perfect sense because, again, I think the appeal of this area for even people who are more recently moving in is that we do have kind of a more, I don't know if you want to say relaxed kind of atmosphere here. There's a lot of people who do hard work and do a lot of different things, but certainly a huge appeal of living in Yavapai County is that we get to enjoy kind of a rural lifestyle. Let's go ahead and take a short break. We're covering a lot of ground, still more to come. Matt Halldorson I'll get it right, is the new Cooperative Extension Director, and we're very pleased to welcome him onto the program this morning. I'm Brad Miller. It's Countywide, and we'll be back right after this.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Service for over 25 years and continues to serve the communities in northern Arizona. Jackson Hewitt is here to help you file your personal taxes. As laws and situations change, your local Jackson Hewitt Tax Service professional stays updated to serve you. Drop off or make an in-person appointment. In Flagstaff, call 213-8626. That's 213-8626. That's 213-8626.
The award-winning experts at Verde Solaire Services offer the trusted Carrier products that help you customize a solution to fit your budget. Verde Solaire is a family-owned business serving the Verde Valley for 38 years. With the Carrier products you can rely on. Carrier AC systems are trusted to bring energy-efficient, quiet, consistent comfort. Call 928-567-5315 for a free assessment of your AC and air quality needs. Verde Solaire Services, online at verdesolaire.com, a factory-authorized Carrier dealer.
Don't let concerns about today's events derail your long-term financial strategy. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Matthias Sandoval, and I'm here to help. We can work together to understand the impact of these events and make sure your goals are top of mind. While you can't control the market volatility, we'll focus on what you can control. We can connect in several virtual ways. Start by giving me a call at 634-1044.
Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
And we welcome you back to the program. I'm Brad Miller. It is Countywide. Matt Halldorson today is our guest, and Matt's recently named Cooperative Extension Director, Yavapai County Cooperative Extension, and very happy to have you here, Matt. So again, welcome back to the community and into this new position. You mentioned your experience in Washington State, and your career has taken you primarily through horticulture, viticulture, and agriculture. When we talk wine, we're talking to a lot of people now in Yavapai County. I don't know that anything here, other than perhaps just tourism in a more general sense, has taken off like winemaking, wine tasting, wine selling, viticulture in Yavapai County in the last decade or so. Would you kind of see it that way?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll be very frank with you. I was inspired by Yavapai County wine industry to kind of pivot in my career. Mm-hmm. When I finished up at Northern Arizona University, I did not necessarily plan on going into a horticultural background. I sort of envisioned myself working for the Forest Service, but it was a tight economy, as I said before, and so I tried to sort of reinvent myself, but I wanted to stay within the plant sciences, and I saw what they were doing in the Verde Valley with their wine industry there, and I thought maybe there would be some opportunity for me there in the future. So I went up to Washington State to go to graduate school, always with the intention of coming back to Yavapai County and supporting this new wine industry. And the timing couldn't be better. They really are getting off the ground. They just were given their own American viticultural area status, the Verde Valley. We have two more down south in Cochise County, in the Wilcox AVA and the Sonoyta AVA.
I'm sorry to butt in. What does that mean, this designation?
So it's a designation that sort of explains why this particular growing area is different than all the other growing areas in the rest of the United States, right? And it sort of says that this wine is special because these grapes were grown here, right? And so the Verde Valley AVA is going to be different than the Wilcox AVA, and all those are different than the Napa Valley AVA or maybe the Willamette Valley AVA, things like that, or the Yakima Valley AVA in Washington. Okay. So it's great for it's great for marketing purposes, and really is sort of a marker that this wine industry is coming into its own. That's kind of what I was getting at. Exactly. This is certainly not a fad or any of those kinds of things. This is an industry that's been sustained probably for longer than even most of us realize. But certainly, and if you just kind of think about it, a casual drive through Old Town Cottonwood,
And the retail area, before you even talk about the vineyards and the winemaking and growing, just the retail area with the wine tasting rooms and all that. Do you see this? It certainly appears to be something that can be sustained for an awfully long time. Do you see that as being correct?
Oh, absolutely. I think that wine and wine grapes are a great product for the area, for the state of Arizona. Wine grapes are extremely low water use compared to some of the other agricultural products that are grown, nationwide or in Arizona. And Arizona has a big strength in tourism, right? So it kind of couples two things really well together, right? So wine tourism is moving fast. And, I think there's a lot of benefit, job creation for our community. And there are people that can certainly be recognized for having this vision long before I got here. And so I owe them a debt of gratitude. But I now plan to come here and support them as best I can through programming and education.
Yeah, terrific. That's terrific. Let me talk to you a little bit about the Master Gardener program. That might be what an awful lot of us who don't pay too close of attention or to understand completely what cooperative extension does. That might be a program that many of us are most familiar with. And this would cover, like the other day, the wife and I are thinking about what we want to do, just in some landscaping-wise in the backyard. And I said, I would like to find, of course, plants that are low water and all those kinds of things, but that attract bees. Is that the kind of thing you could help me with? Is that the kind of question that program would answer?
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, most people are really familiar with them when they hear about cooperative extension. The first thing they think of is teaching people how to grow things. And I want to really be sure to mention that this program is coordinated and run primarily by Mary Barnes, who's done a fantastic job for, I think, 20 years with the Master Gardener program, coordinating with Jeff Shalau before myself, and I'm so excited to work with her. But what they really do is they extend science-based information about home horticulture to the community, right? So we do that through volunteer help desks with a community of Master Gardeners. In Yavapai County alone, we have 208 volunteers that in 2021 volunteered over 11,000 hours of community service. So that's no small feat, and I think it's really a great partnership between the University of Arizona and the citizens of Yavapai County and the citizens of Arizona in general. It's like I said, I want to make sure that people know that this service is available to them, because it's free. It doesn't cost anything, right? And it's always science-based advice. We're not going to tell you how we feel about things. We're going to tell you about, data-driven, science-based advice about plants, insects, pathogens, and we're here for any part of the community, whether you're a homeowner or a landscaper. Maybe you have a small garden, or maybe you've got a big pasture that you have questions about. But we have two help desks open. We have one in our Prescott office and one in our Camp Verde office. They're open Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can come in person and bring samples. You can email us. You can contact us by phone and send pictures. So it's a really great service that we offer to the community, and I think a lot of people don't know that it's absolutely free, and we're really excited to serve the community.
I want to tell our listeners there, you led right up to it, and we'll do it. When we come back, we're going to wrap up in just a few minutes. We'll give those web addresses and some of the critical phone numbers so you can jot those down and get in touch with the office. It seems to me, Matt, that Arizona certainly, but even just within the confines of Yavapai County, we have such different terrain just in our county. We've got mountains, we've got valleys, we've got riverbeds, we've, all of those kinds of things. It seems like from your perspective and those more directly involved in the Master Gardener program and all these things, that would make it challenging but fun. Is that right?
Growing things in Arizona is challenging.
Yeah.
I won't deny that. We have late fall, spring frosts. We have hail. Monsoons are not particularly handy. We think of water being something important for plants, and it is, but we don't necessarily want torrential downpours, as I'm sure a lot of these master gardeners can tell you, and probably folks just throughout the community understand that water brings a lot of problems. So it's a challenging place to grow. So again, I think this is a really important community service that everyone can use. And if you want to start your own garden, you've always been thinking about it. This is a great supplementation maybe for food in the house or whatever. Please contact the Master Gardener program. We'd love to help you.
Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll give some of those web addresses and some other ways that folks listening today can reach out to the Yavapai County Cooperative Extension Office. The new chief, the new director of that office is Matt Halldorson, and we're happy to welcome him back into the community. We'll be back to Countywide right after this.
Life changes, then it changes again. Predicting the unexpected in life is impossible. That's why it's called unexpected. So when it comes to financial goals, our philosophy is don't predict, prepare. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Matthias Sandoval. A job loss, change in health, or a loss of a loved one can have a big impact on your family's financial security. Let's work together to help make sure you're equipped for life's unexpected events. Call our office to schedule a face-to-face appointment.
Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Verde Solar, your hometown heating, air conditioning, and plumbing company in the Verde Valley for 38 years, and your trusted North Central Arizona Goodman dealer. Goodman is a name you can trust, designed, engineered, and built in the USA. Verde Solar offers free in-home estimates on systems that are quiet and affordable. Verde Solar is locally owned since 1983 and available for all your heating, air conditioning, and plumbing needs. Call 928-567-5315. Visit them online at verdesolar.com. Better, cleaner, faster.
Taxes.
It's that time again. This is Lewis with Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We don't sell cars, we don't do hair or wait tables. We do taxes. At Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, we talk taxes and we prepare taxes. Open year-round for tax filings. Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, located throughout northern Arizona. For over 20 years, our local preparers have helped neighbors pay their fair share and no more.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service in the Tri-Cities at 772-7872. That's 772-7872.
And welcome back to Countywide. I'm Brad Miller, and again, our guest today has been Matt Halldorson, and Matt is the new director of the Yavapai County Cooperative Extension Office. And Matt, the website that I jotted down, extension.arizona.edu/Yavapai, and that'll get me right where I'm probably going to find answers to most of my questions. Is that right?
That's right, Brad, and that'll lead you to our 4-H programs, our Master Gardener program, our Family and Consumer Health Sciences program, all the information you could possibly need about Yavapai County Extension. Yep.
And if that doesn't, I was going to say, if that doesn't work, can I get a phone number? Some of us are more computer challenged and like to talk to people. Can I do that too?
Absolutely. I was just going to say, it's 928-445-6590. And you can call the Master Gardener Help Desk through there, too. They'll get you to the right extension as well, and we can answer your calls through that as well.
All right, terrific. Again, the website, extension.arizona.edu and then /Yavapai, and that'll get you to the website, and it's a good one. You'll find an awful lot of your answers to your questions and the information that we have shared on the program today at that site. Matt Halldorson, and again, we thank you and welcome you back into the community. You graduated high school here, so you're a homeboy, and we say good luck to you, and I know we'll be talking again.
Thanks so much, Brad. Appreciate it.
All right, Matt. I'm Brad Miller. It's Countywide, and we'll talk to you next time.
This has been Countywide. Listen in each Tuesday and Thursday at this time. If you have a topic or guest idea that you'd like to suggest, email us, news@myradioplace.com.